What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports. I'm at you guys with another video. This video I'm here with my New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. Week 7 NFL preview and prediction. I'm going to be previewing this game and give my prediction for who will win this game. And before I begin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel below NFL videos and college football videos daily. So in this game, we have the 5-1 Saints on the road at the 3-2 Chicago Bears. The New Orleans Saints are coming off of a close win versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Chicago Bears are coming off of a very surprising loss versus the Oakland Raiders. Now, the New Orleans Saints, this is a team that they don't win impressive. Like, most of their wins are fairly close the last couple of weeks, so they don't really dominate anybody. But the defense, they played very well defensively. And with Teddy Bridgewater, he's basically, I call him the great value brand version of Drew Brees. He's not Drew Brees, but he's a little bit of a couple notches down from Drew Brees. So, I mean, he doesn't have a great arm or anything like that, but he's incredibly accurate, and he doesn't turn the ball over that much. And looking at the Chicago Bears, so Mitchell Trubisky, we don't know the stats of Mitchell Trubisky. I just read the injury report, or I just saw a report a couple of minutes ago before I started recording this video that said that Mitchell Trubisky was questionable to play in this game. But he has had a little bit of practice time this week, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to end up suiting up in this game. But I mean, when we look at the Chicago Bears, I mean, they're 3-2 on the season, and this is a must-win game for the Chicago Bears. The way the NFC North is going, Detroit is competitive. Green Bay is competitive. The Minnesota Vikings are competitive. So, I mean, this NFC North division is very, very tough right now. And if you're the Chicago Bears, you don't want to find yourself trailing down by 2 games or 3 games or however many games. So, I mean, Chicago, they definitely have to win this game. I think this is a must-win game for the Chicago Bears, because if Green Bay wins this week, then Green Bay will move to 6-1. And if Chicago loses, then there'll be 3 games back. So, I mean, this is a must-win game for the Chicago Bears. They definitely have to win this game. And, I mean, for the Chicago Bears, I mean, they haven't really, the reason why they lost to Oakland was that they were not able to run the football, which is really surprising considering the fact that Oakland isn't really good on the defensive side of the ball. So the fact that Oakland was able to just completely shut out Chicago when it came to running the football was a complete surprise to me. And it just was, the whole performance was just a complete surprise to me. I thought the defense was capable of playing a lot better. There's no way the Oakland Raiders offense should have looked that good, should have been able to move the ball the way they were moving the ball versus the Chicago Bears defense. Now, the turnover thing, the Chicago Bears offense did turn the ball over a couple of times, so that didn't help the defense as well. But I mean, looking at the time that they have on the defense side of the ball, the defense, I feel, could have played a lot better than what they did in that game versus the Oakland Raiders. So, I mean, looking at the New Orleans Saints, so they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in a very tight game. So the defense has been very impressive. The offense has been okay, but the big thing is that Alvin Kamara hasn't really saw the end zone the last couple of weeks, I don't recall. So, I mean, I want to see if Alvin Kamara is going to be able to sniff a little bit of the end zone in this game. And, I mean, for the New Orleans Saints, their offense it's a little bit boring to watch because they don't really take a lot of big shots down the field. And, I mean, they just basically just dink and dump and things like that. But I think in a game like this, you're going to have to be able to take you're going to have to take a couple of shots down the field because of how good the Chicago Bears defense is, how fast and how athletic they are. You got linebackers like Roquan Smith and Trevathan and things like that who are, especially with Quan Smith, I mean, this dude is incredibly fast in coverage. Very good in coverage as well. Very fast as well. He can sniff out plays very quickly as well. So I do think that the New Orleans Saints are going to have to be able to take a couple of shots down the field than what they normally do every week, then able to win this game. So looking at my keys to victory, what easy teams to be able to do and able to win this game, for the New Orleans Saints, I mean, they got to take more shots down the field. I mean, they are 24th in the NFL in yards per completion. So they only are averaging like 9 yards every time they complete a pass, which is 24th in the NFL. So they're going to have to complete a lot more passes downfield. They want to be able to win this game, because I think the Chicago Bears defense is very fast and very quick. So I just don't think you can just win this game just dinking and dunking the whole entire time, because I don't think you're going to get a lot of yards versus the Chicago Bears defense. that way. So I think they need to take a lot more shots down the field. They have the weapons to do so. Michael Thomas is a very good deep threat. He's a very good all-around wide receiver. So I mean, they got Jared Cook as well. Jared Cook has started to get a little bit and more involved in the offense the last couple of weeks. But I mean, other than using him in the red zone, I think you can use him as a good option as well. So I think you got to use Jared Cook a little bit more and expose a couple of those matchups in the defense, because I think Jared Cook is one of the better tight ends in the NFL. So I would like to see them utilize him a lot more in the pass game than just using him inside the red zone. And the last thing the New Orleans Saints need to be able to do to win this game is they got to be able to stop the run. Now, Mitch Trubisky, we have all seen in the past that if you ask Mitch Trubisky to win the game for you, he's not at that point in his development or at this point in his career that you can ask Mitch Trubisky to carry the Chicago Bears to win. So if you're able to stop the run, then you put pressure on Mitch Trubisky and this Chicago Bears offense to pass the ball down the field. They haven't really been explosive, or they haven't really been that good throwing the ball this year. And I mean, that plays to the strength of this New Orleans Saints defense, which is stopping the pass. I mean, you got Marshawn Lattimore, you got PJ Williams, you got Marcus Williams there, you got Davenport there. So you got a lot of, this team is built to stop the pass. And I think if they are able to stop the Chicago Bears rushing attack, then it's going to go towards the strength of their defense, which is stopping the pass, and this is going to be able to be a favorable matchup, especially when you have Mitch Trubisky there, who still has some ways to go in his development. So the turnover opportunities are there for the secondary to get interceptions and things like that. Now, the Chicago Bears have to be able to do to win this game is they have to be able to take away the short passes and force Teddy Bridgewater to push the ball down the field. That has been a big problem with the New Orleans Saints since nearing the end of last season, is that they haven't really been able to throw the ball, push the ball vertically, and that's a big flaw of the New Orleans Saints offense. They can't push the field vertically, and I think with the Chicago Bears defense, they have to be able to take that short passing game away and force Teddy Bridgewater to beat you deep. And he's not really a great deep ball passer. I mean, he's accurate, but he's not accurate when it comes to deep passing, because he just doesn't really have the arm strength just to get the ball there. And I mean, for the Chicago Bears, how fast and how quick they are, this is pretty much, they should be able to force Teddy Bridgewater to force the ball down the field. And they're able to force Teddy Bridgewater to throw the ball down the field, which isn't really a strength of the New Orleans Saints offense, to push the ball downfield vertically. And I think it has the opportunities for turnovers and things like that, because anytime that you're able to get a team to play off their game plan and get a team to do something that they don't normally do on a week-to-week basis, and for the New Orleans Saints that's taking a lot of shots deep, then you have the opportunity to knock them off their game plan. And anytime you're able to knock a team off their game plan, you have a good chance of winning this game and stopping what they're able to do best. So, I mean, if you're able to get New Orleans to try to force the ball down the field deep and take away those short passing routes, then I think Chicago has a very good chance of winning this game. And I mean, when you look at how this defense is constructed, very fast, very quick, so I mean, they should be able to stop this short pass attack. And if they're able to do that, then I think the turnover opportunities are there, and I think the New Orleans Saints offense, they could struggle. Now, the next thing that the Chicago Bears need to be able to do to win this game is they have to be able to control time possession. Now, this New Orleans Saints offense, they can score points at times, but the way that they've been playing so far and how good the Chicago Bears defense is, if they're able to control time possession and they're able to get out to somewhat of a league and keep the New Orleans Saints and Teddy Bridgewater off the field, then I think this game is going to favor the Chicago Bears, because this is a New Orleans Saints offense that isn't really a quick stride offense. I mean, they take their time, they call plays, they run the ball, they have a balanced attack, they dink and dump. And anytime you have a team that isn't necessarily a threat to push the ball down the field vertically, you don't really have to worry about a lot of big plays and things like that. So I mean, if they're able to control time possession, and New Orleans is going to have, and New Orleans finds themselves being down early, like 14-0 and things like that, and Chicago is controlling the clock and milking the clock and things like that, and New Orleans has to score quickly, then I think this is going to be a game that ends up favoring the Chicago Bears. So the team that I'm going with to win this game, this is tough. I'm going to say that the Chicago Bears win this game. I know the New Orleans Saints have been one of the hottest teams in the NFL the last couple of weeks, but I do think that the way this New Orleans Saints offense has played, that they don't really take a lot of risks down the field, and they're not really aggressive. I'm going to take the Chicago Bears to win this game. Their at home, home field advantage, and also I like the defense in this matchup because I think this is probably the best defense that the New Orleans Saints have played up to this point. And the New Orleans Saints defense, I mean, this New Orleans Saints defense, we've seen how this New Orleans Saints defense, they can be good at times, and they can also give up a lot of points at times as well. So I think the Chicago Bears, I think this matchup just favors the Chicago Bears a lot better than it favors the New Orleans Saints, because this is the best defense the New Orleans Saints have played up to this point in the season. And I think that with the fact that this New Orleans Saints offense is kind of struggling, they're not really scoring a lot of points, I'm expecting this game to be a low-scoring affair. I think Chicago wins this game 16-10 is my final score prediction for this game. So let me know who you guys think ends up winning this matchup down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content, and thanks for watching.